I went outside to start the truck did not start. The batteries were dead again, and it'll be our first travel day with our broken bed. But I couldn't record any of that because it was pouring down rain. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, my name is Chris, and with my wife Amanda, we travel in this beast right here full-time with our two daughters all around the United States. Right now, we are in Central Florida, which you may not be able to tell from me wearing a sweatshirt, but there's a cold front. It's cold, but tomorrow morning, actually maybe even later tonight, it is supposed to start raining. So I am going to be starting our travel day process the night before. So we are going from one campground to another one tomorrow. But like I said, it's supposed to be raining, so I'm going to try to get our bikes put away. I'm going to flush out our black tanks. I'll go into a little bit more detail about kind of what that means and what that entails. And I'm going to put all this stuff over here away because I don't want to get it all wet in the middle of the night and then having to put it away in the morning. So let me take you through what some of those things look like in getting set up and ready to go for travel day. So one of the first things that I'm going to do right now is I'm going to flush our black tanks. So in an RV, you have a black tank and you have a gray tank. A gray tank is where all of your showers, sinks, all that not nasty water. And then you have a black tank, and everything that goes in there is, well, anything that goes down a toilet. When you flush the toilet, it's basically our septic system. So I am going to empty that, and then I'm going to hook a hose up to this right here, and then this is going to spray water into that tank all over the place and try to get any of that weird, nasty, disgusting stuff off the linings of the tank. I'm going to do that here for about 30 minutes or so, and because we do have a pretty large RV, we actually have two bathrooms in our RV. So Amanda and I have one, and our girls have another. They have their own tank down here, so I have to do it back there also to make sure that we flush both of those tanks. So that is what I'm going to do, and I'll see you back here in 30 minutes. You know what, on second thought, let's go ahead and have a story time because we kind of have a lot here to get caught up on. So let's get into a little story time. We're going hood up because it's getting cold out here. So you may have noticed or kind of seen that we went from the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg area to down in Florida, and not much content or videos in between, and there's kind of a reason for that. So once we left the Pigeon Forge area, we headed towards Ellijay, Georgia. We stayed at Telona Ridge, by far one of the nicest, best campgrounds that we have ever stayed at. But we didn't do a lot while we were there. We kind of just regrouped from our week in Pigeon Forge, and we just relaxed at the campground because it was so beautiful. And you know, we don't have a lot of things that we did there, so you know, we didn't do enough there to put together a full video. So as I'm talking, you're kind of just seeing some b-roll clips here for just how beautiful that campground is, because it truly is amazing. And then when we left there, we ended up going to Pine Mountain, Georgia, and staying at a campground in Pine Mountain, Georgia. It was a RVC Pine Mountain campground. That was also a little bit of a slow stay. Let me rewind just a little bit. On our second to last day at Telona Ridge, it started to get cold. I went outside to start the truck did not start. I thought maybe it was just because it was cold, maybe the batteries were having an issue because of the cold weather. I got a jump, went to an AutoZone auto parts store. They said the batteries were fine. Fortunately, I believed them, so we continued on. A week later, when we were getting ready to leave Pine Mountain, Georgia, the batteries were dead again, and the truck didn't start again. So I jumped it, and I knew we had to get to our next campground, which was going to be just right outside of Savannah, Georgia. It's the Savannah Lakes campground. Again, brand new, beautiful campground. When we were there, we also knew we weren't going to be doing a lot of stuff because we were kind of just slowing down and just enjoying the campgrounds that we were at. After our week stay there, the truck worked every single day. So nothing wrong with the truck, except for the day of travel day. The morning of travel day, I went out to start the truck, and guess what happened? It didn't start again. And at this point, I knew the batteries were completely done. The batteries just needed to be replaced. So that's what I set out to do, except when I tried to go get the batteries, my credit card was being declined for potential fraud issues. So I could not buy the batteries. I had to go through multiple phone calls with my bank, get everything straightened out. Finally, I was able to get the batteries, but now this wasn't until about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, way past the time that we wanted to leave, because we do not drive in the dark. Well, we drive in the dark, we just don't tow in the dark. So we had to get the batteries replaced as the sun was going down, it was getting dark. We did that, and then we left the very next day. And because of that, we decided to skip our stays in between there. We had like 2 more stays before we got to Central Florida. I was just kind of fed up, irritated. It was just so much with the batteries and the truck issues and everything. I just wanted to get to where we were going to be for 2.5 weeks. So now we are in Central Florida, and that is when the next set of things started to happen. So we got to the 1,000 Trails Orlando about a week or so before Christmas, and we wanted to do all the Christmassy things that we always do in the Orlando area. So we went over to Disney, we checked out a bunch of the resorts, saw the gingerbread houses, did all that fun stuff. And then we went to Palm Beach County for Christmas, which is what we tend to do because that is where Amanda's family is from. The adventure continues. So when we were in Palm Beach County, Christmas Eve, some people in the RV start not feeling so well. Christmas morning, we wake up and our oldest daughter has a sore throat, is sick. She doesn't feel like doing anything. Didn't even really feel like opening up her Christmas gift. So for the next 2 weeks, the sickness went through the RV. Everybody was sick. Nobody felt like recording anything, filming anything, doing anything. So that was that. So now here we are back in Central Florida, back at 1,000 Trails Orlando, back where it started a month ago. And we're now leaving again to head to another campground. And we now are hoping that all kind of this bad luck that we had over this last month or so is gone. We just finished going to the Florida RV Super Show, or the Tampa RV Show, as most people call it. We went there for Industry Day to film and record a whole bunch of stuff. And I had gone on, I believe, the Thursday to the show just to see, meet with some brands, meet with some other content creators, just see what was going on. And that was a lot of fun. We do have a lot of tours on our Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook pages, so make sure you hop over there. Links are all down in the description to all those places. It is Type 1 Detour on all networks, easy to find, same username, all platforms. I need to get back and check these tanks real quick. Okay, so it looks like this front tank is done being flushed. Basically what I'm looking for is I have a clear cap back here where I can see all the stuff that comes out. I'm not gonna show that to you. But what I'm looking for is I'm looking for that to come out as clear as possible without any clumps or lumps of who knows what. But from the looks of it, it's coming out as clear as it's gonna come out, which tells me that that tank is pretty well cleaned out. So now we're gonna move on to the back one. All right, now while that tank is dumping, the next thing I'm going to do is, since we do have 2 bathrooms, I am going to put up the stairs to the back bathroom now. Again, it's supposed to rain overnight. That'll be all wet when I go to put it up in the morning. So first thing I have to do, move the security camera, get that out of the way, fold these stairs up, and we'll be back in a second. All right, the next part here is going to be putting away all the kids' stuff on their side, but before I do that, I need to go ask Amanda if they're done with all this stuff so I can put it away. So I don't know, let's find out. Are they done with everything out here?
Well, they're not dumb, but it's going to be like cold all week until Friday.
Yeah.
They said an Arctic blast.
All right, so now I have to put everything back into the basement. So let's get started with that. So we have 2 primary totes that are filled with our kids' play stuff, outdoor stuff. So this tote here is predominantly toys, and this stuff over here is all of our sports-ish type of equipment. Basketballs, kickballs, pickleball stuff, rackets, and then over here is just all of our, so chalk and little figurines and Play-Doh and all that fun stuff, that's all gonna go right here. So then the next thing that I put in this open space here is our camping chair. So we're gonna get that in now. All right, and then that's pretty much it for the basement area here. I will have a few little things that I will put in here. Next, we go to our outdoor kitchen, and I have to kind of reorganize the outdoor kitchen. So let's head over to that now. All right, so we are in the outdoor kitchen now. Let me show you this mess. So this is what we're working with. This, we cannot travel like this. For one, I don't like this much weight being in the back of the RV. There is our last tire, and there's a good amount of space back there. So I don't like this area having too much weight in it. This is our outdoor grill. This is a Cobb grill. It's like a 7-in-1 grill. This will end up in the bed of the truck. This we just got at the Tampa RV show, along with this and this. So I don't know where that's gonna go yet. That might just get stuffed in the truck also. And then over here is our fire pit, which I think we're getting rid of this here soon. It's old, it's rusted. I've had it for about 3 years, lived a good life, so I think we need a new one. Drop down in the comments below what propane fire pit you are a fan of. And then we just have some leveling blocks here. These go in the bed of the truck during travel day. Always need a fan, always need a old school fan that you can see back here. Have like a portable generator, battery hookup, battery pack thing. This in here is not getting organized today, but as you can see, that needs to be organized. In here, this looks ugly. Amanda's gonna get so mad that I'm sharing all this stuff, but this is where we typically store our extra paper plates, toilet paper, and paper towels. As you can see here, we just have some Raid, a cooler backpack, some cabin air filter, some new brakes for our electric e-bike. That means we need to go shopping soon, unfortunately. And then over here is all of our outdoor grilling things that, again, needs to be reorganized. So I am going to get this travel day ready, but first I need to get the truck ready. And I can't do that until Amanda is back with the girls that are on their bikes. So this part is going to have to wait. All right, let's get the bed of this truck prepped and ready to go. Well, first we need to unlock the truck. That'll probably help. This is another disaster. Let's take a look at this thing. So this over here, that is a tankless water heater that we do need to install. This bag right here is a bag of Goodwill stuff that's now been sitting in my truck for well over a month. You know, everybody jokes about that Goodwill bag that just like sits there for months and months and months. Yeah, well, we're living proof that it's not a joke. It actually happens. Pretty sure it's been over a month at this point. And that's our generator. So I need to turn this into travel day ready. So I'm going to do that now. Do you remember when you told me you were going to take that stuff to Goodwill over a month ago and still in the bed of the truck?
Not over a month ago.
It's been about a month.
No, it's been a couple weeks.
It was during Christmas.
No, I started compiling it during and after Christmas.
It's been at least 3 travel days.
No, it's been since we've been here. 2 weeks. But there's no Goodwill around here. So I figured I'll just hold on to it till the next place.
It's been in there a while. But I'll take care of it. My famous last words. So this is what it looks like after travel days. We kind of just throw stuff in the bed of the truck to get it out of the way. But you will be amazed at how it looks when I am done. So we let me get that taken care of now. So the truck is basically done. I am rolling up the cover now, and it's pretty much ready for travel day. I might have to move a couple things around in there. The one thing was kind of close to the hitch, so I might have to move that around a little bit, but that part's done. That's kind of usually like the hardest part, except for inside, which tomorrow's travel day is going to be a little different because this is going to be our first travel day with our broken bed. Remember all the stories and things that were going wrong that I was telling you about? We have one more in there. Sit up on the bed of the truck. I always said, a tailgate, there's nothing better than just sitting on your tailgate on a big old truck. All right, so another story time. We ready for this one here? When we got here to this campground, Amanda's putting out the master bedroom slide, and she stops as I'm outside, and I hear her come outside, and she's like, the slide's not going out, the slide's not going out. I said, it's going out. I know it's going out because I'm watching it. I'm standing outside, I'm watching it go out. She said, I'm telling you, the slide's not going out. So I go into the bedroom while she's putting out the slide. The slide is indeed going out, but our bed, which sits on the slide, is not moving out with the slide. So I didn't know exactly what was happening. I thought maybe there was some type of roller or slider that was broken. Wasn't sure. What I ended up finding out is that the bed frame was attached to the back of the wall. So the bed was no longer attached to the slide in any way. So when the slide was going out, the bed frame was just kind of teeter-tottering, and then it kind of snapped because there was too much weight on the bed, which is primarily my fault. I can't blame anything else, but I've been doing it for almost 4 years and it's been totally fine. I think this time it was just the straw that broke the camel's back. Literally, it was the tote that broke the bed frame is kind of what it was. So that's gonna be our first travel day tomorrow with that. It shouldn't be a problem with the slide coming in because the slide's kind of just gonna push the bed in. But the problem is going to be when I go to put the slide back out, the bed's not going to move with it again because I didn't fix it because we've just been busy while we were here. So that needs to get done. But what I'm going to do is when I put the slide out, I'm just going to kind of stand there and I'm just going to push the bed so that way it goes with the slide. All the screws and nails have been removed that ripped out. You want to know how I know that happened? Well, look at this picture right here. Yeah, you can see the floor completely damaged and ripped up. That also needs to be fixed, but hey, that's just RV life. But as I'm saying that, I'm sitting here in my home on wheels in one location, getting ready to move to another location to see a whole brand new area, do all brand new things. I mean, look at the sunset behind me. You can't really see it. Let's see if we can focus in on that instead. There we go, a little bit. I mean, look at that sunset back there. It's beautiful. It's worth all the little minor issues that might pop up while you're living this life. Let me know in the comments down below because I'm kind of curious about where people stand that are watching these videos. Are you another full-time RVer watching this content? Are you somebody that is a weekend camper? Are you somebody that is looking to get into full-time RVing? I would love to know. Just curious. So go ahead and drop that down in the comments below. Now, I do still have a few more things on the inside, but I can't really do them tonight. So we're gonna eat dinner, and then maybe I'll bring you along for that, maybe not, but let's see what tomorrow brings and the rest of this travel day prep. So stay tuned, keep watching. We're not done with this episode yet. More to come. All right, so it is morning time. I told you this video wasn't done yet. I'm in the girls' room right now. Amanda's trying to get everything put away, but this morning, travel day mornings always start with going out for coffee because it's one less thing then that has to be washed and dried and put away for travel day. So I always like to just go get a coffee and usually fill up on gas, but I did that the other day, so I'm good to go. I'm just looking around in here in the bathroom, but it is pouring down outside. So luckily I did the majority of the stuff last night that I said I had to do. I still need to disconnect our water, put our water stuff away, and disconnect the sewer hoses, put that stuff away. I never do that the night before because I don't like anything being in our tanks, so I do it literally. I empty our tanks and then put the stuff with the sewer hose stuff away. We're gonna keep getting the inside ready for travel day and then hit the road in the rain. I don't like doing it, and I think because it's cold I'm gonna have to put air in my RV tires in the rain. It's not fun because I'm gonna get soaking wet, but hey, that's just life. So let me show you what it's all like once we are fully ready to go. All right, slide is in. I just have to put all this stuff on the bed because it's okay for it to be on the bed while we're traveling. It just has to come off the bed before we put the slides back out. So I'm gonna do that so we can keep moving forward with this travel day. All right, I couldn't record any of that because it was pouring down rain, but I'm in the truck now. It's freezing, I'm soaking wet, but we are heading to a new location that we've never been to before, and it's an RV resort. So excited to show you that. So let's get rid of this rainy day and get to Ocala, Florida. That's where we're headed to next.